And I'm with you here today for yet another
Wait,
session.
ma'am.
And yes,
Ma'am,
yes.
wait. Okay, yes, you can start. You can start.
Okay.
Sorry, because at that time when you gave the introduction, on that time William ma'am didn't started the recording. That's why I was said you.
That's okay, no worries. So guys, as I was saying, my name is Christine, live from England, and I am with you here again today to look at yet another topic. And today's topic is, why do we like to compare ourselves to others? So I'd like to know the reasons why we like to do this. And I want to also know personally, do you like to do this? If yes, why? If no, why not? So I'd like to hear more from you. So let's start off with Arush. Arush, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Arush Kumar. I study in class 4F, 5F, and my school name is Delhi Public School, Mega City, Kolkata.
Mhm.
And
Yes, Arush?
and first I woke up in the morning at 7 o'clock. Then I
Mhm,
got ready for my classes.
mhm,
After my classes, I was playing for some time.
mhm,
Then I ordered a chocolate cake for myself and for my and for my sister. Then I
mhm.
ate. Then me and my sister ate the chocolate cake. Then we slept for some time. After that, we were just like just sleeping. Then at 5 o'clock, 5 to 6, I was just playing. Then from 6 to 7:30, I joined LWT online classes. Then I'm joining the class now. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So, Arush, can you tell me, why do we like to compare ourselves to others?
Comparison are a normal part of human cognition and can be good for the self-improvement process.
Mhm.
When we compare ourselves to others, we get information about what we want and
Information. Mhm.
where we want to be, and we get valuable feedback on how we measure it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, Arush, are you someone who likes to compare yourself to others?
I will compare with my friends for things,
Mm-hmm.
costly iPad toys, for costly. It's not a good habit, so I will never compare. I will not recommend you to compare.
Okay, but you do it sometimes. You do compare yourselves to others.
Sometimes, not
Mhm.
every time.
Okay.
Because
And why do you do it? Why do you compare yourself?
when I like my cousin brother Arav, you know him. He has
Mm-hmm.
did classes with you sometimes. Like
Mm-hmm.
on that time, like he has lots of things. He has iPhone, iPad, and lots of things. But I don't never ask my mother to buy those because I'm happy with my own tab only. Because in my tab there is a lot of things to do from the iPad. Because in iPad the graphics are not that much better. And my younger
Okay.
sister also watches the tab, so she's also happy in the tab. I also watch tab, and my mother's phone is free because before the tab was not there, my mother used like she used to watch my mother's tab.
Okay. And do you know any techniques of how to stop comparing yourself to
And I
others?
never compare it to other my sister. If my sister sees new things, then she asks me to buy ask my mother to buy, so my father just buys them. Because my
Yes, yes,
sister, we need to do all the wishes of my sister right now.
but
Right now, because she is small and she can't understand.
yes, but Arish, you told me that sometimes you compare yourself to your friends. How can
I
you
am the
stop yourself from doing that?
I will stop watching those costly things, and I will ignore those costly things. When if I see also, I'm just gonna ignore.
Okay, so
And
rather
I am
than
the eldest
Mhm,
brother, so I'm the eldest brother, so I need to do the wishes which my sister and which my cousin brothers do,
mhm.
and I need to sacrifice a lot. Like in the morning, sometimes when it is cold, so when there is no hot water, there is hot water, so I just take a shower with cold water, and I just leave hot water for her, because like that the water just gets finished. So that's why I need to sacrifice a lot of things. If there is only two biscuits, so I just give both of the biscuits to her.
Okay, Arish, let's not move out of point now. My question to you was, how do you stop comparing yourself to others? So do you have any idea or methods of how you can stop comparing yourself?
Idea or methods of how you can stop comparing yourself? How you can stop comparing
Arish?
Wait, ma'am. What was the question? How do I need to stop comparing?
What do you do to stop comparing yourself?
And I'm happy with my devices. I will just, and I am happy with my life only which I have. I never compare. Sometimes only I compare.
Okay, so
Not every day.
being more
What my
real
friends have, I don't watch those.
okay, so being more realistic and accepting what you have. Okay.
I am happy in my world. I don't want any extra thing.
All right. Thank you very much, Arush.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
Arush. Okay, let's go to Bisman. Hi, Bisman. Can you please
Hello, ma'am.
introduce yourself to everyone and tell us a bit about your day?
Good evening, everyone. I am Bisman Kaur. I am 14 years old. I study in Loyola School, class 8, and my hobbies are to play outdoor games and have fun with my family. So my today's day was really good, and my today's day started at 4:30. I woke up early in the morning because my school has been started. So I woke up by 4:30. I got ready by 5. My van came really very late today. It came by 5:30, and then by 5 after 5:30, I reached my school at 6, and I returned back by 12:15. After that, I did my homeworks and I had my lunch, and then I went to sleep because I woke up really early, so I need rest. And after that, I went to play. After coming back, I complete all the homeworks along with a bit of self studies, and it took me a long time because today a lot of homework was given, and test has been also started in the school, so we have to learn everything thoroughly. And
Mhm.
then I watched television for 15 to 20 minutes, and then I joined today's class.
Excellent. Very good. And can you tell me, why do we compare ourselves to others? Why do we like to do it?
So actually, I would say like people, like very less people in India like to compare themselves. Like it is very good to compare yourself because everything can be good and bad. So I feel like very less people compare themselves because many people don't have a strong heart to see that demoting. Like many people demote them, like you are less than that person, you don't have that much capability, that person's handwriting is better than you. So that comparison is can be tolerated by a really good heart person. If I'm a very good heart person, I can only tolerate these things. And I would say comparing is good, but to a limit. If your friends compare you with someone, you get very annoying and start comparing them. But if your parents also compare you with some friends, again you'll get annoying. So many of the time it's like you only like people like you like none of them like themselves to be compared. They only like others to be compared. Like suppose if I compare my friends, I like it. Like yeah, she's less, so I can compare her with someone. But if someone compares me, I won't ever like it. It is good for self improvement, and
Mhm.
I would say like many people do it because they want to see actually where they stand. Like suppose comparing in grades, like how much marks did I got. If I got 95% and my friend got 96%, and that is a good comparison. Like you get to know that how she got a marks better than me, how did she study, and by watching at her that how did she study, I can also study like that. That is like we can have, I can be touch with her regularly so that I get to know how like what she studied today, so I'll also complete it today. So that is what. But for few people, I'll say, truly speaking, it's not good. Like many people go to depression. And I will just give an incident that yesterday only our teacher was saying is that these days, like everyone says that if I'm crying, I got in depression. If your partner is crying, she got depression. And that is true. People don't get in depression easily, but many people say I got in depression. And I will say like comparing is really good. You get to know where you actually stand in the world. Because
Mhm.
if I never compare myself, I'll be like, okay, fine, I got 90%. It is good. But the top is like 97%. I'm 7% down in my class. If I compare myself, I'll get to know where I stand. I'll try to improve myself. Instead of being happy what I got, it's good if you are happy of what you got. But comparing will make you improve. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. So can you tell me, so in a way, comparing can help you improve, but also you hate being compared to other people. You don't like having yourself compared, do you?
If I frankly speaking, I also don't like if someone compares me with someone. And that is true. It's really very less people who like them. And the one who say I really like myself to be compared, whenever you see them when they're compared actually in the situation, they'll get annoying, they'll start fighting, and the topic will be like they'll go out of the topic and start fighting about something. And I would say I really don't like myself to be compared. I feel like what I am, everyone has to accept me like that. Study matter, academics, sports can be tolerated, but someone like your physical features, your height is really short, and someone's height is really tall. That comparison I really hate because that demotivates you. Like it's a growing age, and growing age does not should not be like a physical features comparison. Like if I say someone you're like you don't draw good, I draw better than you. I really hate that thing. Like people are obsessed of themselves these days. Earlier they used to compare two different people, but these days when I started going school, they are comparing your like them with someone. Like they know their benefit, like they know their good parts, and they compare it with someone who they know is like not good at that. Like many people say that I'm good at drawing, you're not that good. And I say them, yes, I'm good at academics, you're not. And I really appreciate the people who reply them back, because many people these days don't reply them. They feel like okay, fine, fight will start, who will reply them. So I feel like you should reply them, they should also get a reply by you. That is better, and we can really stop them. Like these days many people, like some now these days what happens is like on YouTube you'll see like routine videos are there, like my morning routine, my evening. Many people try to change themselves by watching the video, they start compare. That is really wrong. And the aesthetic ones who are really like with really very like with unicorn bottles and like unicorn bottles with books covers, like that is just for a show off. Whatever we speak, we never use it with a real life. We keep it in a treasure box. Like, yeah, when someone comes, I'll take it out and I'll show it to them. No one uses it in the daily basis. And on when you put it on social media, many people start comparing themselves. If suppose I watch a aesthetic video on YouTube about a routine, I'll try to change myself, but I'm not like that person. I'll never try to change my routine because I know what I'm capable of. I should not compare myself. And I would say instead of focusing on your bad parts and comparing it, focus on your good parts and then improve it to make it the best. I really follow this one. Like focus on your good parts to make it best, neither focusing on your bad parts. And the next one is like when you compare, jealousy comes, and these days everyone is jealous of one or the other. No one is like someone has one person who he or she is jealous of. Maybe he would be good at academics, sports, or creativity part. So I feel like jealousy should be removed from the world. Like jealousy makes people so much, like they start comparing themselves. Like jealousy, if I'm jealous of that person, I'll find some good part, the best part of mine, I'll start comparing with, because everyone don't has the same good parts. Everyone has a different good part. And the last one is like, I would say, like, compete with yourself instead of competing with the whole world. You cannot compete with the whole world, because one is good at drawing, one is good at sports, one is good at academics, but you are good at one thing only. So compete with yourself. Be like, improve yourself, because you cannot compete with the whole world at one time. And these days, like, it's like regularly many people post this on their Insta stories and all. Sometimes this looks like really very fake, that compete yourself, don't compete yourself, like, learn to compete with yourself instead of others. That sometimes looks really very fake. Like many people regularly put it on the stories that look like many times people get annoying looking at this proverb. Like many people feel like she's like really like a very what like a poet kind of, like it feels like she's a really poet people. She like keeps on writing like this. So that is also comparison starts over there. So I feel like comparison is good, but in academics and sports only, but in not creativity part, like not in physical parts, like your height is tall, mine is short. That is really wrong. I feel like comparing in academics and sports is really good, not in physical part. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so let's move on to Shamili. Shamili, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good
And
evening.
for my introduction, I would like to say I'm Chandini Khadwani, and I'm from Allahabad, Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, India. And I'm 19. I'm a college going student. I'm doing BCom from SS Khanna Girls Degree College. I last year passed my 12th. And for my hobbies, I like dancing, playing video games, interacting with people, and singing. And for today's day, it was a little bit of a good day because I didn't went to the college. I had a friendship type of, we went to mall and for like to a change because we are so busy this week because of our test and all. So we
Mhm.
just changed our routine and just went for a walk and a basic sweet talks with our friends. So I just went with them, and it's a very good day because I went and had my favorite branch over there, and with the small talks, we clicked many photos. So it's a good day for me.
Excellent.
And
Very good.
and then I just came home having my actually I had my uh, lunch over there only. So I just came and just have a rest for 10 to 15 minutes. Then my student came. Then I had my class, my coaching class. Then I went there, and now I'm joining this class.
Very good. Excellent. So, can you tell me why do we like to compare ourselves to others?
Because I think the human nature is like wanting something more. We
Mhm.
never satisfy what we have. So this nature tell us to like to just go and watch someone else life, interfere in someone else life, or watch something new and just compare yourself. This nature tell us to like just compare yourself, I think.
Okay. And do you find yourself comparing yourself to others loads?
Yes, a lot of times. Like if
Okay.
like I bought a earpod maybe 2 to 3 months ago, and when I saw like on the next day it has a many more technologies, and my brother bought it on the next day. He's having the same like a more innovative technological device than me in the same price. So I just
Mhm.
get jealous. Let me wait for one more day, then I should get the same thing. But the thing is, like now I am good towards this earbud. So I'm like, fine, okay, it's my favorite color. And my brother's having the dark blue color, but I'm having the light pink color. So it's a good thing. But now, after 2 3 months, now I realize that. So at that time, I just spoiled my mood because of that. But now I am okay with it. So we need a time to figure out what is right and what is wrong. And comparing is sometimes is very dangerous for our feelings or our happiness. But it's okay to compare.
Okay, very good. Okay, so let's move on to Sonny now. Sonny, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, ma'am. My name is Soni Haswani. I am from Satna MP. I am postgraduated. I am taking tuition classes at my home, and I talk about my today's day. So it was a good day. That, of course, as usual, my schedule has been fixed. Then I just taught to my students, and 2 3 students came to learn a dance with me. So I just guide him for the dance, and then I joined this class.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
And thank you. And so, what do you think? Why do we like to compare ourselves to others?
Ma'am, mostly people used to comparing. Like sometime our parents also try to compare with others parents kids, because they think that like, why my kid also be like that type of person. But I feel very bad. And on the other hand, comparison is good when we finding some mistake, when some judging us, like our parents judging us. So that's good, because they just told us that that's your mistake, you have to find out and solve it. But on the other hand, like sometimes other people start comparing, so it's being a hate. Because I don't like that people start comparing with others. It's sometimes,
Comparing. Hmm.
yeah, it's sometimes like a psychological pain, because it mostly, like, normally, yes, we are okay that we know that the person who taught us, like, yes, they think that that person is going on a wrong way, so yes, we told them. But sometimes it's gone a wrong way. Like, I am start comparing in my tutoring class, that I start comparing with one student to other, so it's being a psychological pain. One day I comparison, second day I come, on the third day the student feel like a humiliation. So I think this is wrong sometime. And in a school, I think this happen by the teacher also, because sometime by mistakenly teachers start comparing student with other. So other, if a student are little bit weak, so guide them, not a comparison with other, that look, that guy are very intelligent, why not you. This is not a comparison, it's a humiliation. Sometimes comparison converted to humiliation.
What do you? So you think we do it in order with the good intention? For example, in this case, the teacher does it with a good intention because she thinks that this will
Yeah.
help motivate the student. But instead, I see. Okay, so we do that to ourselves in the hope that it will motivate us, but in reality, what it's doing is damaging us more.
Yeah, it's normally sometimes a person if try to comparison, so compare our own self, not other self, because a person know better what they eat, not other know what I am, not other know that I know what I am, why you telling me. So that type of thing sometimes people can't understand, and they just start saying. So it's sometimes okay, it's sometimes not okay. So that happened to everywhere, I think.
Very good. Thank you very much, Sonny.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, we have Sanjana. Hi, Sanjana.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello. So can you introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Sanjana. I'm studying 7th standard
Mhm.
in Raj Vidya Bhavan Metric High Secondary School. My school is in Thurayur. My hobbies are drawing, painting, and reading books. Thank you.
Okay, very good. And can you tell me a bit about your day today? What do you
Yes, ma'am. Yesterday itself, I went to school and I reach my home and I do my all homeworks,
Mhm.
and I joined our class now.
Okay. And why do we like to compare ourselves to others?
Mom, in education, comparison is useful. And in today also, my exams is finished. Ma'am gave the all exam papers. My friends compare with me in that percentage.
Okay.
In education, comparison is important. Ma'am, in personality, comparison is very bad.
Okay. So
My
yes.
grandma sometimes compare with my neighbor girl. She is very tall because of she eat many food. You eat some food only. You said short girl. That like she compare that.
Okay. And do you think it's good though to compare yourself? What?
No,
What?
ma'am,
Why?
this is bad thing.
Why does she do
In
it?
education, ma'am, she compare that why she tell that mistake you eat food that like she tell me.
Okay. And why do you think she does it?
Mm, I want to
Sanjana?
be
Sanjana?
a tall girl.
Sorry?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Sanjana?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello?
Whom you hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah,
You
yes,
hear?
yes, I can hear
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Ma'am, my
So,
granny's
mhm.
aim was that I was a tall girl. I'm a short girl, so that she said you eat more food and you also be tall girl.
Okay. We're having a bit of an issue with your sound, Sanjana. It's your connection. Okay. So I think you might need to try and reconnect. Okay, so we like to compare ourselves to others for various reasons. We, Sanjana, you might need to try to reconnect because it's it's a really bad connection now. So we talked about comparisons and why do we do it? There are several reasons. So there are some benefits. There are actually some benefits. Some people compare themselves to others to push themselves. In business, for example, you can push yourself and connect yourself, for example, compare yourself to others in business using social media as well and say, oh, they're doing better than me. And you push yourself. So in a way, yes, you can have a good comparison like that. Also, you can compare yourself against someone who's not doing as well as you, and that also makes you feel better about yourself. However, there are dangers to comparing yourself constantly. And here is what is harmful, because we not only make errors of comparing ourselves to certain traits, but also to becoming really specific and then losing the main focus. For example, we start focusing on social media, let's say loads of events. Oh, and I don't go to these events, and why am I not invited? And it becomes a self-esteem issue. And this is where the problem arises. So yes, sometimes comparing yourself is good, like you said, because it motivates you to do better, try harder. But sometimes it also gives you a bit of a kick to your self-esteem, because you question yourself, why not me? Why don't I have this? And So what do you do? Well, there needs to be some sort of balance. Obviously, that is always the answer. But how do you stop as well comparing yourself to others? If you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to others, there are ways how you can stop. And this is by realizing what you should be grateful for, what is good in your life, and also having a realistic approach. We all know what is on social media. Social media is there to make things look better. Nothing is what it seems. So I encourage you all to, yes, compare yourselves to push yourself, but don't compare yourself to make yourself feel worse. Sanjana, would you like to add anything? Let's see, hopefully your connection is better.
Ma'am, you hear my voice?
Yes, so much better now. Thank you,
Yes,
Sanjana.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, some comparisons becomes jealous because of they compare two persons. One they feel very bad.
Mhm.
My that person very feel very
Exactly. So when you have comparing yourself with someone else, you might end up feeling very bad.
Yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
I think I did not like comparison. In my home also, in my neighbors compare with me. Sometimes I didn't like comparison. In education, comparisons is okay. My mom also said that.
Okay, I think in education it can be okay, but there is a way and a way, because like Sonny said, in education, sometimes it is a bit of a problem as well. So it all depends how the comparison is made and if it is productive or destructive. Thank you all for joining me today. I kept you on a bit longer just so that everyone had a fair go. And I hope you have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
Thank
Bye,
you, ma'am.
guys.